Japanese guy, Sanada, that's his last name.
Right. Yeah.
This is getting into the main story. So he has a vault in Las Vegas where there is $200 million, but it's a quarantine zone with all these zombies around it, but he still wants to get to it. So he has a plan to hire one guy to set up his own team to extract this money out and give him a cut of $50 million. Well, that team that extracts the money. Now, with this plan, they cannot fly into the quarantine zone with a helicopter or anything, but there is a helicopter waiting at the top of a building for them to escape whenever they do get the money.
Right.
And he explains it as easy peasy Japanesey.
That whole joke was stupid. And then they go, oh, like lemon squeezy, but it's Japanese, so it's fun. If you gotta explain the joke in the movie, it never was funny.
So Dave Bautista is the leader of this team. Well, he gets him at his kind of hole in the wall restaurant where he's living the dream, and so Dave Bautista, I guess he knows a lot of people, and those people know some people. So they start scouting out people, and they get Amari Hardwick, the foreign guy.
Yeah, Amari Hardwick, Mateus, who plays Ludwig.
Mateus.
Tig Notaro, who's Marianne Peters, a helicopter driver. Lily, she's a coyote, so she goes in and out often to get people to go in and get money in Vegas to get out. When they get out of quarantine, they'll have money.
I didn't recognize her from that picture.
Me either. But they have her, Lily, who she goes with a coyote because Lily isn't a tough name. Like, I get that. But yeah, puts together this ragtag Suicide Squad style team, and to go break in. It felt like that portion was a combination of Suicide Squad, Fast and Furious, and Inception.
Don't do that.
Well, no,
not Inception.
Think about it. You had the Asian guy who needed a job done. He needed a team put together on this ridiculous mission that he sees all the way through that may or may not work.
Well, I guess the skeleton of that plan, yes. But all the details,
it's
no.
Nothing like it because it's actually better. But I digress.
Yeah. So they get a whole bunch of people. That's where Sanada goes over the plan to get the money. And one of the guys, the friend of the social media guy, he's like, oh, this is us actually hunting down or going into this quarantine zone to get this money with zombies all around. He's like, no, I'm out of this. And, that's what most people should do.
Reasonably so.
Yeah. I guess he thought it was a game. But, they move on and they go into the quarantine zone. Oh, I forgot to mention Theo Rossi. So he is a cop who already kind of works outside of the quarantine zone, but he's a really bad person. Douchebag, just does whatever he wants. Right. But Lily, I think it was her, or it was somebody who invited him on the team. So
she did.
Yeah, so they can go in there. But when they first go in there, she kind of knows how things work in there. She's been in there multiple times to help people get money or extract whatever. And right off the bat, she's like, there is a hierarchy to the zombies. Some of them move a lot faster than others. I forgot what they called them.
Alphas, I think?
Yeah, that's probably it. Alphas. And she's like, we need a sacrifice. So she acts like she's going to play with Theo Rossi's gun. I mean, he's really stupid. So he gives it to her, and she proceeds to shoot him straight in the leg and offers him to the zombies so they can move past.
I think it was, yes, cheesy. I think that was one bit of relief in the film that was necessary to to add to the story. I thought it was good, but not many of those moments here.
Yeah. I mean, why couldn't they just move on to where they were supposed to go? Does she do that every time she goes into there?
She didn't answer that question because they were like, oh, there's people who haven't made it out. Is that why? And she's like, nope, I get everyone in and I try my best. But there are rules to play here and we got to move on. So she kind of glosses over it, but she's definitely sacrificed a handful of people in her dreams. She was a little too comfortable with that. But also, so they go in and sacrifice to the outlaws who are coming to the gate. There's this woman, you have this tiger, zombies. I take issue with the woman zombie character because she, later on you find out, is way more important. So why is she the guard? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, they're zombies.
But they know stuff. Like they know who she was. They know what she was doing. She was with the head zombie, all important. And something happened. It's like, well, that she's the guard zombie. Maybe you should protect this zombie. I thought that was very stupid.
Well, it looked like the king zombie. He was the smartest.
Yeah.
They probably could have killed him way earlier. They were just really
easy.
stupid.
Right. Probably just take a brighter flashlight because some of them they dry out, so they definitely could have used that to their advantage instead of just shooting. But
yeah, I think one thing that they probably could have done is get straight to the helicopter, so they could, go to whatever building pretty easily by getting on the helicopter.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah.
That should have happened. They should have found Arnold Schwarzenegger inside the zombie area fighting on his own. People forgot about him. Big Piece's dad. That would have been good.
Yeah. Would have made it really interesting. Or him as a Terminator, kind of just blowing through zombies. Thanks for watching. And if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.